Good morning. What is up, YouTube? Good morning, and welcome back to my crypto journey live stream. And first of all, thank God it's a freaking sunny day in San Diego. We've had like 4 straight days of complete gloominess. And let me tell you, coming back from Ibiza after all that partying plus gloominess is not good for the soul. So I'm glad to see some sunshine out there. It's probably going to be a relatively short show today. And I'm going to get out and walk and get some sunshine. And if you're ever feeling in a rut, get out, exercise, get some sunshine. It does wonders. But what is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my crypto journey live stream here for Coffee and Crypto on a beautiful day. Do me a favor, hit that like button. And as you can see, we have a lot of red bubbles right now. But if you're new to the show, we're going to start the show at 5 minutes. So at 8:05 Pacific Standard Time, we'll start the show. But now I'm going to, recognize my sponsors and talk to the chat a little bit. And it's so good to see you here in the chat, guys. Chatty chat. So first, I want to recognize DeckConnect, a cryptocurrency platform hell bent on making you a better investor. Of course, yesterday we had Deca Block, which is really cool. So guys, you have to go to the next one. So check this out. So we have a bunch of cryptocurrency products. Next time we're going to have about 10. Right, this is the next one. Excuse me. This is not the next one. But when we have the next one, we're gonna have about 10 projects, and then they take their time to pitch kind of like what their project is. Thank you so much, Sacco Hunt. Like and subscribe. And at the end of it, you have to take a quiz, or during it, you take a quiz, and we pick 10 winners to send 50 ETH to, or excuse me, $50 in ETH, not 50 ETH, which is still a decent amount in a bear market. And all you have to do is pay attention, make an account, and answer questions, and you get $50 in ETH. It's like $50. Come on, that's a nice dinner. That's a nice lunch with your lady. So follow DeckConnect. Check out my videos. A very awesome cryptocurrency platform, and I'm excited to work with them. New video on doing your own research drops Monday. Of course, BTFA. They were actually there. They're going to be finishing their minting very soon. So once they get to 4,000 mints, they're going to go and reveal their NFT. So if you're into that, check them out. And as a reminder, they're going to be combining their old blockchain, Chains, Bandix, and Binance Suffers HUGE for a new one called Swing DAO. So it's going to be launching on October 17th. So get ready for that. And of course, MetaMonkey AI launched their peer wallet, and I hear the transactions are lightning quick. Shout out to Ozam Austin for spearheading the way for that project. And now let's say what's up to the chat. What's up, babies? We have Javi in the chat. We have DJ. What's up, DJ? What's up, bro? We have Darth Diablo, Sacco Hunt, Selmo Foot, Crypto Jutsu. Those eggplants look oh so nice next to your name. We have Iron Lux. What's up, baby? What's up, Gabe? We have Renaissance. We have Doobie Tube. What's up, baby? Doobie. Dude, Doobie is absolutely hilarious on Twitter, by the way. What's up, Tracy G? What's up, Roger? How you doing? What's up, Mike? How you doing? Welcome. Hi, Toshi. What's up, baby? Hi, Toshi. What's up, Mizzy Matt? What's up, Brad? What's up, Crypto Jutsu? I already said Crypto Jutsu. Scotty Sizzle, Rawina. Here, hi, Toshi. It'd be like that sometime, right? Detrick says, morning, Rodney. What's up with nuclear war? Yep, that title got me instead of like what? At work, though, sup, DGen fam. So we'll get into that right now. I'm going to chat with the chat for a couple more minutes, and we'll get into all those talks right now because it's kind of scary. And I'm not sure if we'll explain more what's going on in a second here, but it is kind of scary, right? It's not just like me saying things. It's like what I'm hearing in the media and stuff like that. And we'll get into that in a second. People think it's all clickbait, but it really isn't, right? It really isn't. How's everybody doing today? How are you guys going to spend your Friday or Friday night? What you got going on? So if you guys don't know, I used to play competitive Magic the Gathering. Yeah, which is like, please, ladies, one at a time, right? One at a time. I think I'm going to go to a tournament tonight. So I think I might go to a Friday Night Magic tonight. I need to get back into the scene. I need to stimulate my brain a little bit. So what's up, Bud Yeti? He says, roll Tide. Good to see you all in the chat. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. Links to everything is in the description down below. What is up, Bernie? Bernie says, I am cute. Bernie, you're cute, bro. You're cute. You're cute, Bernie. Cutest man on the internet. Confirmed. You know why? Because trust me, bro. Look at these red bubbles. They don't look good, right? These red bubbles do not look good. Kind of makes me feel uncomfortable, right? Ooh. Yeah, Roger. I run Storm, baby. Pretty much playing solitaire. All right, let's get into the news. All right, we're close enough. Okay, so the markets are down today, And of course, the big loser today is BNB. Now, I did buy the dip this morning on Avalanche. I don't see them here, but Avalanche, of course, one of the bigger products are here, right? Down 2% today. One of the bigger products in our space. And I went ahead and bought the dip. What's up, fan? How you doing? Welcome, 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 welcome. I actually posted that video yesterday, fan, and I did tag you in it for the Kodiak cake. So right after the stream, I went straight for it. Yeah, drop the baby, drop the phone, drop the hot coffee, drop your wife, drop that dun, hit the like button. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. All right. So BNB is down, the biggest on the day. That's because they had a hack yesterday. So the hack was pretty interesting. They didn't sell funds, they didn't steal funds, they were able to mint funds. It's kind of still unclear exactly what happened. People are saying $100 million. Now we're hearing $600 million, but the guy made off with $100 million. Now, the question is in DeFi, do you freeze the assets because it's, centralization? Do we freeze assets in DeFi? Very, very interesting. I know that Legal Alien had a strong opinion on this earlier today. This is very interesting. Now, what I did like is that here's like a stark, a big contrast, right? A big contrast in the two last major hacks we had in crypto. The last one was the Ronin Bridge hack, where the Axie Infinity Ronin Bridge got hacked for about $600 million. That hack started a week prior to us getting any information about it. Now, maybe they didn't find out about it till a week later, but we had no clue it was happening. As soon as this hack happened at 3 a.m., I'm sure CZ was notified, and they handled it. They addressed the community. They addressed the concern. He even went on a major news network this morning and talked about it. So to me, that's the way you handle things, right? Now, of course, it's not like they're not faultless in this situation. We know that bridges are super exploitable in cryptocurrency, and that's pretty much where all the hacks come from. But they handled it like a true professional should. So right when it happened, he says, an exploit on a cross-chain bridge BSC token hub resulted in extra BNB. We have asked all validators to temporarily suspend BSC. The issue is contained now. Your funds are safe. We apologize for the inconvenience and will provide further updates accordingly. Then he says, BSC token hub is the bridge between BNB Beacon Chain, BEP2, and BNB Chain, BEP20 or BSC. He says the current impact estimate is around 100 million USD equivalent, about a quarter of the last BNB burn. So they handled it right away. They were on top of it. As soon as I knew about it, it seemed like they were talking about it already. Now, this makes the argument for Ethereum. Now, of course, BNB isn't known for its blockchain, in particular, right? It's mostly known for the exchange. It's the biggest exchange by volume. It's not even close. They just also have a chain, right? The BNB chain. And the BNB chain grew in popularity last year and even this year when a lot of tokens were created on the Binance Smart Chain. Remember, it was either a BNB token or a Ethereum token, right? ERC20 token. And I mean, you have some Chronos tokens in there. We had some Avalanche tokens in there. They got popular too. There's a bunch of tokens, but mostly came from Ethereum or BNB. So to me, this shows the power of Ethereum. Look at Ethereum's not getting halted. We're not seeing any huge exploits recently with Ethereum. So, I mean, it looks good, right? It looks good. We'll see what happens. Bullish on Ethereum, but I am still bullish on BNB, but I was really bullish on the BNB chain. But, this issue is interesting. And of course, they didn't really steal any funds from anyone. They made more, right? They printed more, which is like, yeah, you know what I mean? So he says live on CNBC in a few minutes. Guess which questions they will ask me. I mean, there's not much really more to the story, So we know the chain was targeted. Bridge flaws explodes. Bridge flaws are like bridges always get exposed, right? Tracking the hackers' moves. And I want to hear your guys' opinion. The biggest conversations I'm hearing are around should we freeze assets in a decentralized kind of realm? And if people vote for it, what are they going to vote? Well, I mean, probably, right? But does that make that DeFi, right? Wouldn't that make it decentralized if they're freezing assets? So, So we'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens. with this whole thing. So, okay. So the talks of nuclear war and those sorts of things. Okay, so this is what's going down. And keep in mind, guys, keep in mind, here's the thing. When it comes to propaganda, the fog of war, no one really knows what exactly is going down overseas. I don't know. You don't know. What's up, legal alien with the funny mask? What's up, baby? Uh, I know, Bernie. I know. But, you know, but it's like, is freezing assets okay? You know, I don't think DeFi is going to be DeFi, guys. It just can't be. It can't be with regulation. They don't go together, right? It's like water and oil. Okay, so when it comes to the fog of war, right? We don't know exactly what's propaganda. We don't know what exactly is FUD. We don't know exactly what the heck is going down. But what we do know is that what's going down overseas should have been resolved a while ago. What I mean is, when Russia invaded Ukraine, we thought they were going to go in there and sweep them. We thought it was going to be a LeBron James windmill dunk and it's going to be over. But it turns out, with the aid of Western countries, because we've been sending a lot of money over to Ukraine, they're giving Russia hell. And in fact, I'm hearing they're kind of winning on the ground, right? They're kind of winning. They're pushing Russia back, taking key parts that was taken by Russia. Now, if you're Russia, you're kind of in a desperate situation. You're in a desperate situation, right? You have a country that's on your border, that government was overthrown not too long ago, that is going to be a part, or rumors of being part of NATO. So if you're Russia, they're kind of in an interesting predicament. So what do you do? Well, what do you have? Well, you have nukes, right? So there was, people coming out and articles coming out talking about, Putin saying using like tactical nukes, whatever the hell that means, tactical nukes, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. And then Biden says in nuclear risk highest since 1962 Cuban Missile Crisis. Now it's good to note that I read an article that said that there is no intelligence that supports this, but Biden saying it is kind of a big deal, right? So we'll see what happens. And when it comes to military strength, the USA, we're just the best. We have the best. We have the best Air Force. We have the best Navy. We have the better the better trained troops, more technology, better technology, more of a lot of things. But nukes are the great equalizer. So you have to think about. You have to understand that nukes are the great equalizer. Now, none of us know what a lot of the countries are truly capable of. We think we do. Maybe if you're like a top secret military personnel person high up, you have more, knowledge than a lot of us. But me, like, I'm a grunt, infantry guy. I don't know what the hell we have. When I got training on the weapons Russia has, it makes it seem like they have legit stuff. Like their tanks are super legit. U.S. weapons, like the basic weapons that I'm trained on, that I know how to use, which are like, like the Mark 19, which is a grenade launcher, which is, the 50 caliber, which is the M4, which is, a grenade launcher that attaches to, your weapon. Like there's a few weapons I know how to use, but when it comes to like the big weapons that actually matter, because honestly, when it comes to ground fighting, it's not like it's useless, but it seems like, naval power and air power are like the most important thing. It seems like we will. It seems like we'll have like the advantage when it comes to those sorts of things. I always thought, like, if we ever like went back to like 500 years ago and like we were just fighting on the ground with swords and shields, like the USA would get smashed, right? We're too fat and happy over here. That can't be the real Austin Hilton. Can one of my mods check and see if that's the real Austin Hilton? But unfortunately, a byproduct of all this FUD, you could say, is the fact that, hey, it's making all the markets go down, right? It's going to make all the markets go down. And honestly, if this stuff happens, who cares about markets, right? Who cares about crypto or anything else? It's like, no. So it's probably Bernie. Yeah. It's, this kind of stuff is, it's serious. Now we'll see what happens, but you have to think about Russia's situation. They're desperate. They're desperate. So I don't know. What's up, ASMR fan? Thank you. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but it's not good to hear all of this, and it's not good to hear all this stuff, going around the news, and it's just kind of scary. It's kind of scary, So I'm still buying the dip because I'm a fool, So I bought some more Avalanche. Guys, I've been aggressively buying this dip. It's been absolutely crazy because I feel like these are still once in a lifetime prices. I think we could dump some more, but no one knows the future. We'll see what happens. Now, the jobs report came out and the numbers look good. But guess what that means for the market? Bad. Why? Right? Why? Well, that means we're not suffering enough, which means they're going to be more hawkish when it comes to inflation rates, right? Now, we just figured out that, and we're going to watch a video about this, about the OPEC situation, right? OPEC cuts oil production, which is going to be bad for the United States, that means oil prices are going to be rising. I think it's like 8 to 15% or something like that, which means sucks for gas again. Now, in order to save money on gas, and I don't spend much money on gas, I'm closing my membership out at my gym. That's like far away. First of all, it's gonna cost me less. It's gonna cost me about $100 less at this new gym, and I can walk to this new gym. So I'm gonna be saving probably like $200 a month that I'm gonna spend for crypto, or spend on crypto every month by cutting costs that way. So I don't have to drive to my gym anymore and pay an expensive gym membership. So that's the way, right? That's the way I'm going to cut my expenses to buy the dip. But I gave Biden praise the other day for pardoning a bunch of people with simple marijuana charges and freeing them from jail, which I think is absolutely fantastic. Some people are saying the only reason why he did that was because of this whole issue with OPEC. So, and if you guys know, OPEC's kind of like a cartel of people involved in oil, and we're gonna watch a video about it so people can portray that they can get that message across better than I can, but you'll understand exactly what's happening and why it's not going to look good for this administration, right? Bernie, stop making fake accounts, you little weirdo. Exactly, Chrissy. Exactly. It's not going to happen though. Not in time, at least, right? Not in time. So we'll see what happens with all this. This is kind of scary to me. Well, I'll keep you posted on what's going down with this whole issue. I wish I knew exactly what was happening in Russia, but what we do know is that the issue isn't resolved over there, which means obviously they haven't won. They haven't beat Ukraine. With our support, weapons, technology, money, all that good stuff, they have a fighting chance, right? And we'll see what happens. And I'm not saying you have to support one way or one side or the other. If you think that that Russia, we showed an act of aggression to Russia, overthrowing a government, all the ties some of our political leaders have to Ukraine. If you think that's suspicious, fine. If you think Russia's this evil nation, fine. I'm just here to try to tell you what's going on and what could happen as a result of the things that are going down right now. Right now. So, yeah, I mean, I think it was crucial for this administration to make because if there's one thing that affects everyone, it's gas prices, right? Everyone is like, oh, okay. I remember in 2002, going to the gas station with my mom, and it was $2, and she was like, oh, gas is so high. You know what I mean? It's just it was $2, $2.05, and I'm just like, geez, all right. But us crypto bros are like, bro, can we not destroy the world? Can we not destroy the world? Right? Can we just let it be so we can make money in crypto, right? Do me a favor, hit that like button. Yes, Bernie is a strange man, but I love him. I love him. This is a good piece of news. So I like this. So check this out. Not this lady kissing her baby, but FTX and Visa to launch crypto debit card worldwide. That's cool. So a crypto debit card that you can use worldwide. That's nice. Now, I am not a big fan of using crypto that's not actual cryptocurrency. What I mean, if it's not like a Dogecoin or a Bitcoin or USDC or even Bitcoin, I'm a little sketched about using because I just don't think that it depends when you spend it, right? It depends when you spend it. Maybe you could start spending, using your debit card when crypto's at an all-time high or pumping or something like that. I wouldn't want to buy crypto at say, for example, I bought Bitcoin for 50K and Bitcoin's now at 20K. So now, my 50K is down to 20K. And now I'm using my debit card to make realized losses, with my, get some realized losses with my, using my crypto. I don't think that's smart, right? It's weird. And then plus the way the United States still sees it, there's still a bill that's going to be passed, is that when you use crypto to buy like goods, technically you're converting cryptos to dollars and then spending those dollars on the goods, which means you're still getting capital gains tax, which is like shit. You're getting taxed. So it's like, if there's something that's going to be like this, like it has to be good for the US. Like maybe in other places in the world you can use this. I just hope this makes sense going forward. But it's cool to see something like this. I feel like FTX is really stepping up right now, and a lot of people don't like SBF, but I think him and CZ are the dynamic duo in crypto right now. So that's just my opinion of the whole thing. So we'll see what happens. USA, we still have a lot to go when it comes to mass adoption and making things make sense, because what's the point of cryptocurrency if you're getting like, you're getting like tax for it when you're just buying something small? Imagine buying like a $10 coffee and having to pay taxes on a coffee, plus sales tax and every other dumb tax, depending on where you live. I know. Doesn't make any sense, right? Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't. And shout out to, I actually forgot the brand, but I got a new coffee maker. I've been doing a French press for like the last like few years, and I just got a regular drip coffee maker. It's been great. You just literally set it in the morning. It's ready when I get up in the morning. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Russian people can't be happy right now. No. I wonder how Russia feels about this. I know, I can't imagine, the people are too happy about this. I mean, I'm hearing rumors of people like getting forced to join the military. Like people are leaving Russia and they're getting caught at the border, forced to sign up to join the military. Like, I don't know how much of that is true, but if that is true, that's horrible. People always complain about like how bad we have it in the United States, guys. If you just travel to a third world country once, you understand that it's not so bad here, right? We have a lot of privileges and stuff. We got overweight homeless people. We just do, Not say other countries don't, but it's like, just be grateful for what you have. We're not perfect, but damn it. I mean, how perfect can you get, now? When you compare like to where we're at now, like throughout time, like it's when people were dying from like a cut, you know what I mean? Imagine getting a cut and then dying from it, or getting your arm amputated. Imagine dying from a cold, Like, I don't know what to tell you, I don't know what to tell you. All right, so if you guys have any more news, there's not much news going on today, guys, to be honest. And of course, the documentary for Coinbase comes out today, which I am excited to hear and check it out. It's going to be pretty cool. A lot of people said this is them kind of tooting their own horn, but let's watch a little preview of the Coinbase documentary. So let's watch it. 2 minutes.
Of the 90% of people who have heard of cryptocurrency, there's a small minority who have a glimpse of the larger picture.
There's this new technology.
It's crazy. One way to conceive of Bitcoin is it's the technology that allows us to move money over the internet.
It's a beautiful thing. You just have to trust the code.
2010, I happened to come across the Bitcoin white paper. In the evenings and weekends, I started tinkering. The big idea
this thing looks lit already. I love me some good editing. Holy crap, check it out.
Was make Bitcoin easier to use. I thought, maybe I'm crazy. This could have an enormous impact on the world.
Going public is for founders what winning an Academy Award is for an actor. Statistically, the chance is less than 1% for sure.
I was really shy as a kid.
Hello, everyone.
You can feel like your identity is wrapped up in this thing. So if it fails, I've failed.
Coinbase is a hosted Bitcoin platform.
We post it online.
We'd love to have you bring it. We'd love to have you help us.
Okay.
I don't know that I understand it.
A bunch of people used it. The day after, even more people used it. It goes from pushing a boulder up a hill to the boulder's rolling downhill and you're chasing it as fast as you can. I blame myself, trying to hold on to this thing that I'm not great at.
Bitcoin kicked off the new year by tumbling.
It's down 50% from the record.
It sounds criminal.
Bitcoin is going to collapse.
If you don't have the ability to be beamed in the face and then get up and try and swing harder,
How dare you? Kind of was like chaos.
you're not meant to be an entrepreneur. eyeshadow, eyeliner, and bells on. We're ready to go.
Bitcoin is giving the power to the people. It doesn't matter their background, their race, ethnicity.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
It's not a once-in-a-decade thing.
Change is going to happen.
It's a revolutionary human rights tool.
It's a once-in-the-history of the human race thing.
All of us.
All right, I like this. All right, cool. Let's go, baby. You know what really gives me like chills, pause, is like when you see like someone like create something great and like you hear a story and like the celebrations and the little wins along the way. Like if you ever just watch a documentary about all like the the greatest minds of our lifetimes, like it's crazy, man. It's motivational. These guys are insane, right? You want to know like what drives these people, right? Crazy. This is crazy. So, and we'll talk lastly about the jobs report. So, unemployment falls to 3.5%, the lowest since July 2022. Well, that's not good. That means we're not suffering enough yet. If we're not suffering enough yet, inflation ain't going down. So we need to suffer some more. So we can expect the Feds to be hawkish, depending on the CPI data, right? Which is going to drive the markets down more, which will probably push the entire world maybe into some sort of recession or something like that. So we'll see what happens. I'm not going to go into the details of it. I mean, there's an actual like detailed kind of part of it. And I guess like a lot of people are still spending money on like vacations and hotels and eating out and stuff like that. It's like, stop spending money. That's what they're telling people. But I actually really took a step back the last couple of weeks. Actually on my, I was thinking about it for a couple of weeks, but the last few days of my trip and on the way home, I had like a long layover. I spent the night in Vienna. I took a step back. I looked at all my finances. I realized I'm probably spending too much money, and I think I need to tighten it up. So that's why I'm switching gyms. I'm not going to get a new car. I'm cooking all my food. No more Postmates or anything like that. I'm really going to like hunker down and get everything together so I can buy more of the dip. Yes, we have all the people here, baby. It's good to see you all in the chat. And with that, guys, there's not really much. We'll talk about this video later near the end of the stream about the oil gas, the OPEC and stuff like that. But I want to chat with the chat today, man. I want to chat with the chat. How y'all doing? What's up, baby? Biden needs to sort this mess out right now. It's tough for him, right? Tough for him. Saitama Uchiha says, thoughts on Seda Realty being a DAO and Seda Logistics? I don't care for. What's up, my Alter Journey? Welcome. Sad I missed you, man. The first day back is rough, dude. I'm telling you, dude. Any kind of vacation and you're coming back, it's rough. Especially, never mind. I won't go into that. Matthew says crypto has to solve the tax problem for it to be useful. Yeah, I mean, what's the point of like having being able to use cryptocurrency to buy things if the IRS sees it as you not buying things with crypto instead of US turning it into a dollar and then buying it, so you get taxed doubly, right? What is this? Articles. Dude, CoinMarketCap, such a good website. Hitoshi says, my girl asked me what is wrong, why I'm so upset. I said, we're getting nuked. She said, where did you hear that? I said, a crypto YouTuber. I'm single now. I mean, if you just look all over, no one said we're getting nuked. They just said there's threats of nuclear war, right? Yeah, OPEC is lowering production, means higher prices again. Yeah, we even offered, like the USA even begged them to buy some of their reserves. They said, no. Brad says you're taxing your income, tax when you buy stuff, tax on capital gains, tax on your property, tax when you die, give your shit to your kids. You're a tax slave. You are the government's livestock. Yeah, I mean, what do they say? Nothing's for sure in life except death and taxes, right? And DJ says, Rodney, that's real life. He says, once they run out of reserves and any 18-year-old starts to get drafted, when war broke out in my home country of Bosnia, that same happened. Yeah, there was a big conflict in Bosnia. DJ, yeah. Imagine like just being like a Russian citizen, like just minding your own business. Oh, got to go fight. It's like, no, I don't want to do that. I mean, it's tough for a government because you have to keep winning the minds and the hearts of people. But I think with the creation of the internet, it's hard to just control a population blindly. Some would argue that it's probably easier, especially with all the infighting they make, that divide and conquer, the whole thing they do, right? I mean, the best way to, conquer someone is to divide them, right? I mean, with, left wing, right wing. I mean, dude, the last election cycle was brutal. A lot of people lost a lot of friendships with like families just because of a presidential candidate. It was crazy. It's crazy. And I even got mixed up in it too. I got caught up in it too, I don't know. I just want to get away from that stuff, I'm just trying to look at things objectively, right? It's hard to find objective news. Of course, I lean a certain way, but man, it's like, is it that serious to destroy friendships over, to like not talk to family members? Is it that serious? Does it affect you that much? So Jayhawk says Bernie, Roger, Roro, the whole gang's here now. Why are you sad? Russia wanted to join NATO and America said no. Why? Wait, they did? When? I doubt they want to join NATO. No way. Yeah, I need to get a I need to get a haircut. Ryder says I'm in my backyard getting a bit of a sun to start the day. That's awesome, bro. Dude, I need to get out in the sun. I'm going to get out in the sun too. Will regulation affect ledgers? As long as there's the internet, I don't think that it can. I mean, they can make stuff not allowed in certain areas, but it's like, as long as there's internet, they can't stop you from doing what you want to do with crypto. You can use a VPN, right? So we'll see. So Crypto Relay says shit is going down until the elections start. Then it will start to recover, and the current administration will take credit for the recovery before the election. Well, people are saying it's going to take a dump after. You mean the actual election? You mean elections coming up in November? Well, Crypto Realist, people are saying that the reason why the economy is not as bad as it should be right now is because, and why we're defining, if we're giving a recession a different definition, is because of that a lot of people want to stay in office for this upcoming election. So that's why it's not as bad as it should be. So Crypto Realist, is good to see you here, man. You need to start streaming, bro. We need you back, baby. We need you back. Yeah, CVC sold the Shibnobi. I mean, you can't get mad at CoinViewCat because, like, the guy made like a bandit, right? So it is what it is. Matthew said the reason for Saudi Arabia not helping us is Joe Biden. He came into office saying we're going to make Saudi Arabia a pariah state. Hey, man, relationships. Russia has a bigger, but bigger doesn't mean anything. Ground troops, they mean something, guys, but not really. Like when it comes to, like, if you just look at the map, like, they're not allies with Mexico. They're not allies with Canada. How the hell are they going to get into the United States, like, unperturbed, right? How are they going to get into the United States, like, undetected and whatever? They can't, unless it's like through Canada, right? Or deep in Southern America, but they'd have to go through Canada and Mexico, our allies first. We have, there's a lot of NATO countries in that area. So, ground troops mean something, but Air Force and Navy they're the big things. And of course, nukes are big. If they have more nukes, that's fine. But, yeah. Did you hear about the Russian rapper who committed suicide after being drafted? He said he'd rather die than fight for Russia. I have not heard about that. All right, Jayhawk, wake her up. Rodney made a token. We got your back. Peace token. Rod, I did not make a token. There's no way there's a peace token. Guys, I don't make tokens. Someone made a Fudney token a while ago. That's hilarious. But people keep making tokens. I'm not making tokens. I mean, a lot of people are like, literally there are call groups making tokens, calling them, dumping them. Making tokens, calling them, and they're making the tokens. They're the ones making the tokens. About 38% of us in California don't get to vote for a president because it's a winner-take-all state. Well, yeah, I mean, that's just, of course, yeah, but that's just how electoral colleges work, right? They've been brainwashed to dehumanize the other side. It's crazy. Flava Dave, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you, man. Flava Dave just sold his house. Let's go, baby. What's up, Twitch Radio? A lot of stuff is going on, right? A lot of stuff. Cornish says, I saw a Putin interview and he said he asked to join NATO. Russia sacrificed more than any other in World War II and have been treated like shit ever since the West. How would you feel? Well, I don't think even during World War II, we were like, no, we want to stop the spread of communism. That's why there was a Korean War directly after, right? And that's why we had Vietnam. It's because, they wanted to stop the spread of communism. So it's ideal. It's not like we were all friends after World War II. It's not the case. It's like we were allies, but we were like, I'm still watching you. Like, we know we got to take down Hitler because he's nuts, but we're still watching you. It wasn't like happy, happy fun time. There was still a little bit of, World War II is such an interesting war. I feel like it was like the last real war by the United States that you felt like there was like actually something like just behind it. Everything else just seems like some sort of agenda. Doesn't it? Doesn't it seem that way? So, I don't know. Big A says, I don't think we will see a midterm election November 22 bump like we usually do. What we are going through will take another 12 to 18 months to work through before any real recovery. Yeah. Dylan says, I started to recycle plastic in cans. My family goes through so much. It's insane. Free crypto for me. Let's get it, Dylan. Hell yeah, baby. I remember growing up in one of my foster homes. One of our foster mother would make us do that. That's the only way like we could get money. So we would just do that. It was funny because we'd go take the cans to get them recycled in bottles. And then after that, we go directly to the Mexican food shop and spend it all. Because you wouldn't get that much. You'd be like lugging 5 bags over there and get like $15, Crypto Realist says, the current administration created this to blame former admin. Then they can turn it around before the next presidential election to take credit. Look beyond the smoke and mirrors and red herring. Do you think so? Well, I'd be happy if we could turn this around because I want crypto to pump and I've been buying the dip. So, but we'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting, Crypto Realist. They can use Mexican tunnels. No, you can't invade a country using Mexican tunnels. Russia can't even beat Poland. There is no way that fight is a conventional fight. 100% no, it's nukes. Still waiting for a Rodney mask. Will you launch it at Vegas? 100%, baby. Russian doomsday sub, Belgrade seen in Arctic. What about that? I heard about that. Yeah, we've heard about that. Like that Russian submarine. I saw a piece about it from Meet Kevin. Supposedly it could like get a nuke to like a place in like, I don't know, like 100 miles in like a few minutes or something like that. I don't know what that is propaganda, but I can't imagine the USA, we're not equipped to stop some of the nukes, right? Chris E says, forcing people to fight will result in a disaster. Watch people flee as soon as they are deployed to Ukraine. 100%, Chrissy. 100%. Yeah. If people don't want to fight, they're not going to fight, right? They're not going to fight. Like the consequences for desertion, though, are pretty bad, right? Even punishable by death, I believe. But it's not like people really do that anymore. Attila says Russia has a smaller military than the U.S. Just comparing the budget assigned to this, yeah, they have more nukes, but not considerably more. And I wonder how well they are in maintenance. Yeah, you guys have to understand that a lot of tech from these countries are outdated. And the reason why we spend a ton on the military budget a year is because we want to keep staying the world's superpower when it comes to having the best weapons and those sorts of things. So. But yeah, it's I'm sure a lot of things are like out of date or like haven't been maintained properly. So Renaissance said that's whack. People using your credentials to wait. Is that serious? Did someone really make a token and say it was me? Can you tag me on Twitter? Because that's the second time someone's done that. There's already a video of Russian soldiers giving up. I've heard about that. I'm just kind of standoffish. I'm like, dude, what videos are real, what are fake? I don't know. Twitch says CPI data coming very soon. How much you want to bet that coupled with the employment data that's coming out as well is going to push prices down further, but we're also going to see a decoupling of ISO coins. Do you think so, Twitch? You think ISO coins are going to be okay? A lot of people bullish on ISO coins in the chat. Let me know if you are in the chat. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think the market's going to, I mean, we've been saying the market's going to go down some more. I mean, everything's been pointing to that. All the signs have been pointing to that. So I'm just going to keep buying the dip. I have more money ready to go just in case it dumps more. Like, I would like fear pure ecstasy. No pun intended. Pure ecstasy if the market ever got to where it was at before. Ooh. You know? If prices ever moon like they did before, I'd be so happy. Be so happy. Chris E says Russia loses if we didn't open the second front in West or supplying ammunition and foods. If we didn't open a second front in the West or supplying ammunition and foods. What do you mean Russia loses? You mean Russia wins if we didn't do that? What do you mean? Biz says, I'm about to get a couple part-time jobs to help these numbers. God damn. I was thinking about starting to deliver food again, you know? Because, dude, I used to be like, dude, I've done over, I think about 6,000 total deliveries for food delivery services. That's how much I used to hustle. And this is a part-time on top of my regular job. I did it full-time for a little bit. But, you know, I'd have like a serious big boy job in retail, right? And then, I mean, it depends what you consider serious. I mean, when you're, you know, in charge of people and departments, it's, you know, it has to, reach certain quotas and those sorts of things. Could be serious, right? But a lot of people think retail is a joke. Dude, if you work in retail and you like have an important job in retail, it is a grind. Like, that's the reason why Amazon's turnover is like, what is it like? It was like 18 months average turnover for Amazon or something like that. It's nuts. It's nuts. Anyways, and then deliver food. And I used to, like, on weekends, you can make some serious cash. Ask DJ if you're delivering food. You can make some serious, you can make like $300 in a day. If you're a grinder, I mean, the most I've ever made is about, I think, 400. And that was like from sunrise to sunset, just even a little bit to the night time. Not so, maybe not sunset, but like even a little bit into the nighttime, just delivering food. You can make some serious money. I mean, $300 in a day, a couple $100 in a day from delivering food is good money. You just got to hustle. You know, you just got to hustle. And now Germany and Japan are our best buds now. Exactly. Right. Well, that was part of some of the, well, Germany didn't have any choice. I mean, their country was completely, you know, it felt like, you know, that's why there was East and West Germany, right? Because everyone was divvying up Germany because they had a whole regime change. And of course, Japan, like the terms of a surrender was it like they had to like pretty much relinquish everything to us. And that's why it took, you know, 2 nukes to get Japan to surrender because they were not going to surrender. They didn't like those terms. But use the blockchain to help recycling. How would that work? Chris E says, Legal Alien, they are currently losing now. Forcing more people won't change anything. There are videos of Russian retreats. We're hearing about that, yeah. Dunda says, Crypto Realist, another low information voter. DoobieTube says, fun fact, Japan never signed a peace treaty with Russia after World War II. Matt says, yeah, but when they turn it around, it'll be because they're printing money. That's what I think. Yeah, that's what I think. Selmo Fudd says, Big A Armory, you are right, my brother. 12 to 18 months before that big bull run. Buy all you can while you can. These are the lowest that you will see crypto. I think so too. Putin don't like losing. He might take desperate measures. That's what I'm saying. Like, we don't know if he's on his deathbed. How old is Putin? Like 70? How old is Putin? Like, you know, some people have a death wish. I don't know, you know, but I have a feeling he's loyal to his country. He has to think about his people, right? Because, you know, if we have a nuclear war, who really loses? It's innocent people. All right. Hitoshi says, if you really want to get good information on World War II, look up Dan Carlin on YouTube, Hardcore History. I got to check that out. Renaissance Kinetic says, Hitler had one leg shorter than the other had the Napoleon complex. Eye twitches he couldn't finish. I don't see any reason why he was angry. What a crazy story he had, right? Served in World War I, wrote that book in prison, right? I think he was like an artist or something like that. Then literally, you know, convinced an entire nation to do some pretty heinous things, you know. Russia has bears, though. Yeah. Twitch Radio says, my sources that I actually have overseas are saying that Russia has sent home quite a few troops from their outposts on the border. What kind of sources you got, Twitch? Twitch says, my sources. Putin should contact El Chapo and ask him how to invade a country and slowly take over. Drugs, right? People love drugs. Legal says, yeah, true. Videos are made for propaganda all the time. I don't know what to believe anymore, dude. Thank you so much, ASMR fan. Smash that like button. Dude, ASMR fan, thank you so much for hanging out. Appreciate you. Hope all is well with you and Awesome and the kiddos. I know you guys are absolutely killing it over there. So good to see you guys succeeding. Twitch Radio says, actually, our military budget is at its all-time lowest at about 1.2% of our GDP. Is that because it's not wartime anymore? Well, technically for us. Selmo Fuss says, I'm the XRP man. You know me, man. H bar and Quant. Let's go, baby. What's the pun? You take XCL, man? That's not a pun. Russia would have lost World War II if the Western front fighting never happened and Hitler focused on Russia. Russia might have done most of the fighting, but without U.S., it would have been a German colony. 100%. 100%. Keep in mind that Russia was spread very, very thin, right? They're spread very, very thin. Germany was spread very, very thin. And yes, the winter affected the German invasion crazy, but they were smashing Russia. Smashing Russia all through the summertime until the winter came, and then they were spread thin on both fronts. And if it wasn't for the Allies, yeah, Germany would have been A-okay. The thing about Germany is that they created this crazy economic because Germany was they were the first people to have jets. They had insane tanks. Like their tanks were feared, right? Crazy tech, crazy heinous weapons, different kind of gases, and they were running all these sorts of inhumane tests on the POWs, and of course, we know a lot of the Jewish people in those concentration camps and those sorts of things. They were doing anything they could to get ahead technically, and that Japan did some pretty crazy things too. But they had this crazy war machine and this crazy economic machine, but it wasn't self-sustainable, especially with the natural resources and the resources they had in Germany. They had to spread out. They had to invade. If they didn't, they couldn't have kept going as a nation, right? Of course, Hitler's a complete madman. I was watching a video. I think Jordan Peterson said it, and maybe Hitler's goal was to watch the world burn, and they did, right? They watched the world burn. I mean, United States, with the exception of Pearl Harbor, was pretty much unaffected. But you think about the rest of the world, right? Especially Europe. I mean, it was burning, right? Burning, right? He watched the world burn. I mean, look at Berlin when they finally got to him after I guess he committed suicide in one of his chambers. I don't think I can say that on YouTube, I guess. But anyways, maybe the ultimate goal was to watch the world burn, and it did. And then he went out like a little bitch. Awesome says, retail is a grind, dude. Retail is a grind. Matthew says, working in retail is actually a real job. It doesn't pay enough, dude. I'm telling you, it's tough. Retail is a high school job. You can never pay me enough to work retail. It depends on your responsibilities. If you're like a cashier or just basic, level, entry level job, then yeah. But if you're like a manager and you're salaried, for those working retail, I worked retail so long, so many years, I never got to have spent any holidays with my family ever. It was always get ready for Black Friday, get ready for, after Thanksgiving, before Thanksgiving, get ready for before Christmas, after Christmas, New Year's sales. You never get to spend any holidays with your family. And if you do, they're short-lived. And I know it seems like woe is me, but that sucks, man. And you're working these crazy hours, and if you feel like you never, making the company happy, you don't get paid enough. And it's a lot, especially entry-level retail jobs, you're not really valuable unless you're a manager or someone has some experience or someone who kills it, because it's you're easily replaceable. They can train up a cashier in a couple weeks. They can train up a person to stock boxes in a couple of weeks. You guys want to hear a story? So I used to work at Target and Walmart and a few other retail companies for loss prevention. And at the time, it was pretty common to bounce around different companies as loss prevention because first of all, they wanted good LP people, because loss prevention, people think it's like you're a rent-a-cop, you're a, like top flight security, you're fake security. But it's a very compliant heavy department at any company. Why? Because you're apprehending people for shoplifting. That can go south in a minute. So if your goal as a loss prevention employee, it's always to cut down on shortage. Shortage can be operational, which means people can lose shit off trucks, right? People can count things wrong. Shortage could be external theft, which means like, someone could come in and steal something, or it can be internal theft. Cashiers and employees can steal, right? People can just steal, right? So shortage can be anything. Your job as a loss prevention employee is to cut down on shortage. So you're just trying to stop the company from missing things, right? You want to make sure that they're profitable, right? Especially operational shortage. People are like, they just count things wrong. Like say, for example, you received 100 PlayStations to sell. Well, your backroom people only counted 50 of those and said we have 50 missing. That's a lot of money missing from the company. And that's not even merchandise being stolen. It's people making a human error. Well, when you're in a department like loss prevention, say, for example, some guy steals a shopping cart full of electronics, which is super common, like maybe a couple $1,000s worth of electronics. Say I'm an overzealous loss prevention employee. I go out there, I grab the guy, I throw him down on the ground. We start fighting and he dies for some reason, or he breaks an arm. Now I'm in trouble because I used too much force, and now he can sue the company for hundreds of thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars, or even sometimes millions of dollars, because I used too much force, because he decided to come in and steal, right? Now the company has to pay him all that money. That counts as shortage too, so, and you can get fired in a heartbeat. You can be like a loss prevention employee who, has good numbers, had a good year every year, but it takes one incident to get you fired. So loss prevention is a job that's really, really tough to have sometimes. It's like if you're not meeting your numbers, or saying you're not trying hard enough, if you're an all-star, you kick ass, you make one wrong mistake, you're fired. So loss prevention is a tough department to work in. But nowadays it's a lot easier, because back in the day, dude, we literally would chase people across the street. We would, it'd be crazy. We'd do anything to get our merchandise back, and it was like swept under the rug. Now everything's on camera. Like you can't even put your hands on people anymore. And I don't think that's such a bad thing anymore, because it gives you some job security as an employee, and it keeps you safer, because people are crazy. Like tweakers, and I used to work in a rough part of town in Chula Vista. If you guys are familiar with San Diego, in Chula Vista, Broadway, Palomar, the Target and Walmart next to the trolley station, homeless people, gangbangers, all steal. You get in a confrontation with those guys. Sometimes they're pulling knives, they're threatening your lives, they're trying to fight you. Like, it's dangerous. Loss prevention is dangerous. And it's for, $15 an hour at the time, or $20 an hour, which back in the day, $20 an hour was fantastic. But it was common to hop around to a lot of different stores and a lot of different retailers, depending on who was paying more, or the better opportunities and more hours and whatnot. So it's a grind. I've been chatting a lot. So I'm gonna skip some of these. There's too many for me to catch up on. Jason said, I manage it at PetSmart and Michael's. Definitely not easy. Dude, Michael's, bro. Legal says retail's work-life balance is absolute garbage, 100%. HBAR is a deal right now for sure. Dude, every crypto is a deal. Wait, I saw Ozim in here. What's up, Ozim? Says HBAR is a hash graph, super fast and cheap. What's up, baby? U.S. itching for war. It feels like it, right? What do you think about who do you think hit the pipeline? If you can talk about that, bro. Well, yeah, that's an issue too right now. It's because, was it self-sabotage or the USA do it? I don't know. That's the thing, right? Did Germany blow up their part of their own? Did Russia blow up part of their own pipeline? I don't know. I don't know. Illegal. I don't know. What do you think? Tennessee says, is Taiwan a real superpower? If China bombs the chip factories, it would set the world back 2 years. I think we're trying to become independent. We're trying to make our own chips, right? Or something like that. What was that proposal or someone talked about or something like that? We're going to start creating our own chips. But yeah, well, Taiwan or Chinese Taipei or whatever you want to call it has been like, China views it as one nation and we view it as another nation. So my ex, her dad he was a fisheries scientist, and he always told me stories about their big meetings, because every nation has a meeting, and it was always awkward when Taiwan or Chinese Taipei was there, because other nations would address it differently. So it was always kind of awkward. So I don't know. There's a lot of ambiguity there. I don't know. Scotty Sizzle says the last 2 times in history that Bitcoin has crashed, it stopped dumping after it broke through the downtrend line. We broke through it on October 4th at 1:30 a.m. However, the environment is different now. Yeah. So Scotty Sizzle, first of all, this is going to be like the worst economic times you could say cryptocurrency has been through since it was created after 2008. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of black swan events that could really dump the market. So Germany was like, what rules of engagement? Yeah, there's a lot, they were called the Geneva Conventions. Like, if you guys don't know, before World War II, we did now you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to use like gas and different kinds of weapons. Like, there's all kinds of weapons you cannot use because they're seen as inhumane. Now, one would argue it's war. Like, all is fair in love and war, they say, right? So one would say, well, what's the point of making these rules? But there were some pretty effed up things that happened, right? I know, for example, you guys know I'm in the military part-time, and we'll see about that in the future. But for example, if I'm on the battlefield, right? Say if I'm walking towards an enemy, right? I shoot an enemy, they fall to the ground. I walk past them, they're still alive. Well, now they're my POW, my prisoner of war. I have to make sure they stay alive at all costs. How inconvenient is that? A guy that was just trying to kill me, right? I kill him first. He falls to the ground. I walk past him, or I don't kill him. Now I have to treat him pretty much more better than I treat myself, as long as it's good for the mission, right? The mission's always the number one priority, but POWs have to be taken care of. So there's all kinds of rules of engagement they have to follow, right? If for some reason people found out that, I shot a person, I walked past him, right? He's now my prisoner of war, and I let him die, I can get in trouble for that, which is ridiculous, but that's just the way rules of engagement are. So Twitch Radio has okay, you got some resource. Okay, you got some okay. Russia should be scared as Germany is rearming again. They lost to Germany twice in World War I and World War II before allies joined the war. Renaissance says Rodney Putin gave a speech recently, quoted Martin Luther King, said he embraced it and pretty much shamed the West, who seems racist after all. I gotta watch that. Sue of Side is a war to avoid on YouTube, bro. Wait, what is that? Oh, Sue of Side. Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you, Legal. There is proof that Hitler faked it. I don't know. That's a rabbit hole, Gabe. Biz says my GPAW was captured and held as a POW in Dachau concentration camp, and that fucked him up pretty bad. The Nazi experiments they did on people were disgusting. Yeah, dude, Nazis were nuts, bro. Japanese too. The pilots that were shot down over Japan, they would do live experiments on them in a classroom while these people were alive. They would cut their body open and stuff, crazy shit like that. Dude, there's so much. I have to skip some of these comments, guys. You guys are chatty chat. I love it. Keep it going. Keep chatting, guys. Keep chatting. Right. Keep chatting. Do you guys think that the reason why XRP and then it's going through that big battle with the SEC is definitely because of it's probably the bigger challenges to financial institutions? What do you guys think? I need to learn more about Hashgraph. I don't know much about him, actually. Awesome. G5 says, yeah, I'm taking your advice and starting to invest in the top 50. I'm sending it. I mean, there's only 10 or 15 I'm investing in, but there's a lot of small caps that I just want to just sell and just buy tops. I have a lot of money in small caps that. But the thing about these small caps is that they have the opportunity to go crazy, right? Based on what I'm seeing, retail isn't the place to be right now. Big specialized industrial construction stuff is doing good. From what I'm seeing, I mean, chip factories and bring stuff here. Well, yeah, Brad, but those take skills, right? You can't get out of high school and do a job like that. You know, construction stuff, maybe like low level construction stuff, and build your way up, like in. But like retail, you could just get a job, you know, work 16 hours a week and be all right, you know, go to school at the same time and whatnot. I took my WOOC to Poland. Roger says there was literally a video where Joe Coily says that they'll find a way to make the pipeline a U.S. issue. Damn. America has the best barbecue chips. I think we have the best barbecue anything. Maddie B says it will be the coldest here in PA this weekend in the 30s. I must go put in winter window. Have a good day. Thank you so much, Maddie B. Have a fantastic day. Chrissy says Congress and DOD are investing in chip in the U.S. plus chip companies in Taiwan are returning to U.S. and building in Arizona and Ohio. Okay. Thank you, Chrissy. So that's pretty much what's going on. So we're going to make sure, which I think we should be self-sufficient. I mean, does anybody disagree that we should be self-sufficient? Whatever party you're on, is that like an argument we should have? Why should we be relying on other countries? Because you don't know what could happen, right? Biz says German loves to you can't shoot medics either. You can't shoot medics, which is shooting a medic was like, yeah, you want to do that, right? Like, yeah, dude, BNB is dumping more. I'm gonna buy some more. It's like, you know, wouldn't you want to shoot the guys treating everybody? He's the healer, right? The healer of the party. The healer. Do you think Microsoft, Nintendo, Sony would partner with Gala or Sandbox in the future? Well, we saw the Ubisoft and Tezos partnership, which is not the same, right? Because Ubisoft, I think, is like gaming studios, and these guys are like, well, they're gaming studios too, but they make systems, right? I don't know, Dylan. I don't know. I'm not sure everything is for the blockchain. Yeah, treatment of POWs is bad. Let's see. Says Brad says, Roddy, did you see the video of Ukrainians clapping Russian soldiers on the shitter? Yeah, you can't do that. But I'm telling you guys, what people do some heinous things are not supposed to. It's war. Okay, say for example, you're fighting a say for example, right? You're you have a squad, right? 4 people, right? You have a squad. Of course, a squad's not only 4 people, but I'm using 4 people in this example. Two of your guys get blown up off of this opposing squad, right? 4v4 in this situation, say you're fighting in a jungle or whatever, and 2 of your guys get blown up and they're dead. And you've known these guys for months or maybe even years. You went to basic training with these guys. These guys told you about their kids, their family, the business they want to start when they go back home. And now they're dead because those 4 guys killed them. For some reason, you win the battle. All 4 of those guys surrender. Right. So, for example, if you're shooting at a guy, right, and he kills your buddies and they drop their weapons and surrender right there, even though they just murked your buddies, you can't, per the rules, you cannot hurt them. What is human nature going to want to do? It's going to want to get revenge, right? It's going to want to hurt those guys. So it's hard. It's tough, you know? So, you know, what's televised and what gets reported is one thing, but the rules are another thing. Like they're not supposed to do that. Why, you know? I mean, them being on the shitter is different because they could still, you know, if you're hitting up a base or something like that. But if these guys are surrendered or they're your prisoners, you're not supposed to just slaughter them like that. But I mean, like I said, like what if they killed your friends? You know, what if they, you know, are injured you? You know, I don't know. It's easier said than done, right? It's a tough situation to be in. Dylan says Russia released this drone that has nuke drones that can cause 1,600-foot tsunami waves. I heard about that. Submarine, you meant? Yeah, I heard about that. I'm pretty sure Hitler and dude, Jeffrey Dahmer was sick. What's up, G Vibes? Probably pretty soon. Roger says Japan did some very bad stuff in World War II, but it gets swept under the rug. There was stuff so vile that even German soldiers that came through to supervise were like, yeah, stop that. Yeah. Japan was brutal, right? Japan was brutal. I mean, like, it was implied that they were, you know, RAPING, you know, people and pillaging everything when they came through, right? You know, the different colonies and countries they took over before the U.S. intervened, right? Japan was getting crazy. Like, Germany and Japan were on one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Did you hear about what Japanese did or the Bataan Death March, right? When they took over Guam. Yeah. Yeah. Twitch Radio. Yeah, they're crazy. Huge hit to financial institutions. 100% awesome. Dude, awesome. How are you, bro? How are you doing? Get to the chopper. Yashar says the real Jews, aka Judah, are African Americans. Germans killing Germans, aka white history. I mean, I don't know. I'm not here to argue that. May you be well says SEC is a delay tactic for regulation to get passed and government stable coins to get going. This is okay. I have waited a long time. I think this is my entry point for Saitama bag. Saitama's gonna pump. I just don't think it's gonna be a $7 billion market cap pump. Brad says, I respectfully disagree. A kid out of high school can get an apprenticeship and land one of those jobs. I see it all the time. Most people don't want to do the work, though. It's hard. Okay. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with that industry, Brad, but there's a lot of money to be made. All right, especially, I think that, what causes inflation? Well, when you have all this money and it's not used for anything. So, or it's not needed for anything, right? So if we have, I guess a booming economy and things for money to be used on, then supply and demand, right? Al says some history you didn't learn in school. They had a camp for experiments that was 2 miles wide and 5 miles long. And Bayer credited the drugs for the experiments. Yeah, there's a lot of shady stuff going on. Ozm says Ripple found a way to monetize currency transactions through the blockchain. They found the solution to speed up transactions to fiat and also make it cheaper. So why would people not use it? Banks. Exactly. Right. Combining centralization with DeFi, right? Crypto Flip says, I'm also a validator, but I have Dude, I cannot keep up with the chat. You guys are chatty today, and I love it. Japan was Genghis Khan level. Dude, Genghis Khan was just busting nuts everywhere, bro. Listen to some Tim Kennedy vids. That guy would straight up murk people over there. The group of guys who threw acid on kids, he said, they tracked them down and murdered. Oh, my God. Yeah, he was a special forces guy, Green Beret. Dude, Tim Kennedy's a beast, bro. Yeah, Saving Private Ryan is such a good movie. I heard that like people that were involved in World War II, like they watched that and like they said it was like insane. Like the veterans that were still alive at the time said that it was like insanely real. Like it felt like it was insanely real. Big A says, how often do troop members not see the surrender and just end things with enemy combatants at that point? Yeah, 100% Big A. Yeah, exactly. And Saving Private Ryan, remember when they stormed the beaches of Normandy and like literally people were getting blown up, and as soon as you close on them, they give up. I mean, Austin says, I'm good, dude. Just working overtime to swat the hornets when I poke the nest. Dude, Terrarium is just... I just think of it as meh. But I think Crypto Queen made a video on you or something. I didn't watch it, but I'm not sure if it's... Like is she dunking on you or is she trying to... I'm not sure what's going on. I believe there is a statute in China to a German officer that came through and stopped the Japanese troops from R-ing and pillaging. Really? Biz says, for Saitama to get back to a $7 billion market cap, it's a 120x. Ooh. No bueno. Sumo Fudd says, out of work since 2019 and got 2 job offers yesterday, building power lines, working 7 days a week, 125 a day per DM. Dude, oh my God. 6K a week, still pondering. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. Those are the tough jobs, right? Those are the jobs that go like people are not grateful. Like I hate these construction guys next to my apartment, like getting after it every single day. Like my car was locked in my driveway for 2 days because they're putting down cement. Man, I respect those men out there busting their ass, destroying their bodies, right? Chrissy says apprenticeship is hard. It's more political than Congress as you're promoted based on seniority. It's not all made up to be. I still think that When it comes to hard work and effort, if you put the hard work and effort anywhere you're at and you're not a complete dick and likable, people will promote you. At least that's been my experience in retail. And other companies, the other people I know and successful people, it's politics, but if you're a good worker, and you come to work and you kick ass, you're on time, you do your job to the best of your abilities, you go above and beyond, which is interesting, right? It's interesting because remember that whole silent quitting thing? Like people at jobs, you shouldn't do any more or any less than your job requires you to do. Don't go above and beyond, because companies don't value people. And I don't know, because working in retail, you get to see a lot of that, right? You get to see a lot of people because there were some very, very competent people that, man, they were the hardest workers, but they didn't have any good, social skills. They couldn't lead a team, so they never got promoted. They just stayed hourly forever. They got paid decent, but they stayed hourly forever. And then you see people that are fresh out of college that are complete asses who are good at being bosses, but are shitty workers, right? Or if they get on the floor and they stock things, they'd get behind. They couldn't keep up with an average worker stocking boxes or checking people at a cashier line, right? But these people are good at managing, so I don't know. Yes, I've had blonde hair for a long time. This is Rodney reading comments on daily streams probably reads more than all of us combined. It's surprised that my reading still sucks, right, Biz? I went to public school. Awesome says, she didn't dunk on me. She spoke her truth. I see where she's coming from. Hard to be who you are and also step into the marketing role with a project. I realize suck at that balance. It's tough, Awesome. I mean, what do you do, right? What do you do? What do you do? Do you ignore I don't know. I've been kind of at this point too with YouTube. I don't know what to do anymore. Do I keep talking about shitcoins? Do I keep talking about what gets the views? Do I keep talking about what gets people want to hear? Do I make 15 Terra Luna Classic videos on how it's going to be $1 and how it can get there? Do I make a bunch of Saitama hate videos? Or do I talk about crypto news? I don't know. Do I stay candid or do I have the button up suit and tie kind of demeanor? I don't know, But what I know that I do like is talking about crypto as a whole, I know what grew my platform was pretty much exposing Saitama, bringing me into their community, dunking on them, which I will continue to do to some projects because I think it's funny and fun. But I do like crypto overall. I become such a fan of crypto as a whole over the last year or so. It's more than just shitcoins now. My first video ever published on my channel about crypto happened on October 11th. It's now October 7th. So a lot has happened over the last year. So Awesome. I feel your struggle. It's what are you gonna do? Do you shut up and because you're in a marketing role for another project, you shut up and avoid controversy, or do you speak your truth? I don't know. I don't know what you should do. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. Chrissy says, good worker doesn't cut it. In apprenticeships, it's a union job. You are promoted based on seniority. But people definitely love competent people on their team, right? Tell you that. If you kick ass, people would want you on the team. Biz says, the main reason I watch this stream, he actually reads the comments. That's been the feedback. I appreciate you, Biz. Thank you, Biz. Renaissance Connect says, our channel supports Rodman from the get-go, the realist analyst. Wait, who's... me? Thank you. Gabriel says, Lily Finance is mooning right now. They got 501 Seed Foundation approved. Nice. Andrew thinks Crypto Queen. Andrew thinks you're hot. H. Mono says, make a book with all of our comments and let it be a study for psychos and shrinks. Brad says, construction is pretty nuts. I spent a lot of time building and upgrading spud sheds. I almost died a couple of times because people could eat French fries. So there's so much stuff to build out. There's so many accidents that happen in construction sites, What's up, Steve? It depends. Cornish Crypto says, funny you say workmen busting their ass. You don't hear that women rights people moaning about the majority doing the hard labor jobs are men. I think that when we look at history, I don't look at men being more important, women being more important. I think of us complementing each other. I think of, the old roles, right, of the household was the men went out, slayed the dragon, made money, came home, and that was their role, right? Women stayed home and took care of the kids. What's more important? Well, they're equally as important, I don't look at history as, oh, we're oppression. Although a lot of people were oppressed, I think that, a lot of people were oppressed. It wasn't just a person, a group, some more than others, obviously, right? But yeah, I mean, who does all those hard jobs, right? Who's up there dealing with power lines? Men. Is that a social construct? People say, well, it's because that, we trained men to be that way. No, I just think that, men are more interested in things. Women are more interested in people. That's why most women are in, psychology and healthcare, and a lot of men are like in computer science and STEM and those sort of things. Of course, not everyone is like that. Some women enjoy computer science. Some men enjoy psychology and people and feelings and are nurses too. But the majority, right? And the majorities matter. Is that right or wrong? No, it's just who we are. Does it matter? No, it's just like people want to get mad over some dumbass stuff. I hate it, But yeah, guys are the ones going out doing the hard jobs, but then women are also the ones staying home and raising the kids. So, what's harder? I don't know. You need good, competent people, right? So, you need people to be fed. That's way important. Is it the hardest job in the world? No. I mean, Bill Burr made a pretty good a stand-up on that, but I just think that we complement each other. Let's just leave it at we complement each other. So that's going to cause a argument in the chat, but what's up, Darth Diablo? As an influencer, follow the money, but speak your mind when you feel it's appropriate. Well, yeah, that's why I'm taking sponsorships. A lot of people don't like the sponsorships I'm taking, guys, but I'm trying to make money during the bear market. What the hell, Throw me a freaking bone here. Drip Network. I don't know much about that. ASMR Fan says, but those Saitama videos helped a lot of people who listened. They really did. It really did. Yeah, mixing it up is good. People tend to like this. So YouTube algorithm likes the stream, the one-off videos more. The degens, you guys, like the live streams because I hang out with you guys. So unsubbed on Twitch. Thank you so much, Hitoshi. I haven't been streaming on Twitch. Starting my own channel, ASMR Biz. It's a direct rip off of the channel. I found where you eat food. I would like to start an ASMR channel, but I don't know if I think crypto might just be something I need to go all in. I think I need to stop doing a bunch of other things and just focus straight on crypto because I like other things. Like I've always tried YouTube. In the past, I've tried YouTube many times for different things. ASMR. I just never really had a good setup or the money to make one. I tried gaming before. It didn't really work out. I've tried, the dating and relationships when I wanted to be a marriage counselor. Didn't really work out. I tried it again recently. I don't know. I feel like people I know watch those channels and it's awkward. It's awkward. Brad says, overall, most apprenticeships you can join, show up, do the work, and never go to a union meeting and get political. You do your time and get paid your scale. Your contract says you get paid. Sound like I'm watching the new Andrew Tate. People are different and some people just can't accept it. Yeah, 100%, 100%. But if you stick with an apprenticeship, you'll eventually become a journeyman and make it full scale. Luke, do you see the PM I sent you on Twitter? What's up, Greg? How you doing? I'm kidding. I can't make money via Google AdSense. I get banned for fraud a long time ago. Wait, what happened? Chrissy says, man, I think I hurt my back last night. I tried lifting a 41-pound case of delivery and my back gave out. I need to start doing yoga. Ooh, lift with your legs, but yeah, squat down and grab that baby. Yeah, squat down and grab that baby. Off the Grid says, I hate when people say majority doesn't matter and try to change society because of 3% of the population or some bullshit. Unfortunately, guys, the minority are the loudest, right? The minority are the loudest. They're always the loudest, right? The minority are always the loudest. And so people think that the loud minority, right? They represent everybody, and that's not the truth. If you guys ever want like clear, unbiased analysis on like current events, Dr. Grande. This is my favorite YouTube content creator in all of YouTube, and it has been for maybe a while now. I'm a big YouTuber. I spend most of my time on YouTube. When this guy drops a video, as all these red lines you can see, I rarely miss unless I'm not really interested in the topic. He talks about the Try Guys thing, the Dr. Oz situation. He talked about the chess scandal, right? He talked about Joe Biden. He talks about Donald Trump. Like, he's very, it's strange how neutral he is and how coherent and how much like his arguments make sense. It's insane. It's insane. Like every like major topic, like the lady who pretended she was black for the NAACP, the Daniel Holtzclaw case. Like if you're ever like in the media and you don't understand a story completely and this guy covers it, watch him. He's so unbiased. It's insane. Watch him. Watch him. This is the guy you want to watch. All the hot topics. He talks about like, it's called Trump and Dump, old story about Trump, or Richard Simmons, like about his past, and like all these different crazy stories that are so unbiased and like really good. Like murder stories, like all kinds of stuff. Like he's really into it. Like a bunch of murder mysteries, if you like that. The Brittany Griner situation, and Alex Jones and the Sandy Hook defamation lawsuits. Like it's just so good. Check this guy out, guys. He's really good. Really, really good. When I need unbiased news, and of course he's a doctor, he's a counselor, clinical psychologist, PhD guy, of course. But very, very good content creator. So you guys watch this guy already? Chrissy says minority allows because the majority makes all the decisions. True. All right, let me know, Biz. That's funny. My ultra says, I definitely believe we complement each other. Society has weakened men. Trying to say men and women are equal in all ways, so not true. No, we're different. It's okay that we're different, right? It's okay that we're different. We don't have to be right all the time, right? We don't have to be right all the time. Keep that in mind, guys. I don't think that, not right, but we don't have to be the same. And we're not the same. It's okay to have differences. I think differences is what makes us people, right? Stupid. May you well says, awesome. Whenever you realize it or not, you are a brand. Write out your brand characteristics and don't post anything outside those characteristics. This will keep you true to yourself. Talks about Joe Biden losing his mind. Well, he made a funny argument about Joe Biden because if you look at Joe Biden's political career, he's always made like dumb little gaffes like that, right? So maybe this is just a continuation of him being dumb, but it's a very, very reasonable video. Like, and he talks about Trump being a narcissist. Trump is a narcissist, but a level of narcissism is required to be someone like that. But Trump is on the extreme end, obviously. If you don't think Trump is a narcissist, you're out of your damn mind. Obviously, he's a narcissist. Joe Biden seems like he's just losing his damn mind. It's okay to be truthful about that. Origins of a Cannibal talks about Jeffrey Dahmer's life experiences. Like talks about. And he does like a lot of dry humor too. Talks about Trevor Noah, how he's not like Trevor Noah's not really that funny, Talks about America's mayor to disgrace disgraced attorney. Talks about the Rudy Giuliani situation. Right? I love that one. Crazy. Look at all these red bars on his content. I consume a lot of this man's content. It's crazy. Love it. Anyways, can you say why you're seeing Open the Eyes of My Heart, Lord, earlier? Youth group has impacted. Yeah, so if you guys didn't know, growing up, I was in a lot of foster homes. But before that, I went to Catholic church every Sunday. After I got put in the foster homes, I went to, I lived in one house where his best friend was a pastor. So I went to church like 3 or 4 times a week at a Black Baptist church. Went to another foster home, went to church, went to choir practice, went to Bible study, went to youth group. Every Sunday night was youth group. Super involved in church growing up. And so I know all there is to know about church. I went to regular church, Baptist church, I grew up in church. I'm not religious at all now as an adult. I Just not for me. But to each their own. But yeah, I know all about a lot about the Bible and stuff, and I know a lot of the youth group songs and stuff. And I was in choir, right? Dude, being in the choir at a Baptist, like a black church, it's fucking lit, bro. You almost want to get a little drunk, And I remember growing up going to our Baptist church, like a black church. It was almost like who had the best outfits. Everyone would just come out like balling, gator shoes, So, yeah, I grew up in black churches, all churches, but mostly black churches. Like Baptist churches, no joke, right? Being in Baptist choir, commitment. And we didn't sing "Open Eyes in My Heart, Lord" in black churches. We sang like Rich Franklin songs in black church, right? But we would sing like those songs in like a youth group, because the youth group I used to go to was led by a white guy, and his they were really big in our church. It's called Trinity Fellowship over on Palm Avenue over in San Diego, and I think his name was Jack. But it was him, his wife, and like 4 kids, and they would lead the youth group every Sunday. I had this big van. They'd pick everybody up. We'd sing songs. We'd do fun activities. Such good people. Probably some of the best people I've ever met in my life, As a kid, I have really good, fond memories of those guys. Even though I was going through my teenage angst years, they were just good people, and it was so fun. Yeah. So, Rodney, you need Jesus? No, I'm not religious. I grew up in church. It's just... Yeah, it's just not me. Chrissy, if you have YouTube Premium, you could put this on in the background. But Chrissy, if you like American scandals, greed, and stuff like that, you're gonna love. I'm telling you, just give this guy a watch. Pick a favorite topic, like a. If you're interested in Jeffrey Dahmer or interested in anything, just check it out. Or any of his popular videos, just check it out. Like the Amber Heard situation, very, very, very good. Analysis on that. Just give it a shot. You'll like it. You'll probably get addicted. What's your opinion on the MetaMonkey dump after lowering of taxes? Expected. 100% expected. 100%. Off the Grid says men and women are different because we complete each other and fill the other's gaps on the things that we lack. 100%. Uncle Runka says, Dad Roddy, you had to grow up fast. Glad you're at where you're at now. Much respect and love Uncle Tom. Man, shut up. I can see Rodney hitting the sacred wine before getting lit. Nah, I was a kid, so we didn't get to drink. But as an adult, like, it'd probably be nice being a little drunk. Big A says, I live in the SCUS. Down here, a Black Baptist church may begin at 10 a.m. and end at 2 p.m. whenever the preacher has to go to the bathroom. Dude, can I get an amen? Amen. Dude, black pastors have to get lit. Jesus. And you have like some lady in the front row just like just going crazy. Like it's over the top. I'm a kid and I'm like, this is fucking. I'm 13 years old and I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. But it was lit though. Like getting up and singing and praise you, fucking just like just every Sunday. Like that's the vibe. But then I would go to like my I forgot what it was called, kind of church, but it was like like a white church, and it was just like I just fall asleep the whole time, right? But black church is like crazy, especially if the band is really involved in like the sermon. Dun, dun, Jesus, praise you. Can I get an amen? You know what I mean? Like some crazy shit. I remember one time, and I'm 13. I think this is stupid. My pastor was like, people say that a lot of things in church are unexplainable. Like God does these miracles. But let me tell you something. They say the bee, something along the lines of this. It's not verbatim, but he says the bee's wings are so small. It's not supposed to support its body, but it does. So that's his reasoning for everything not making sense, is that a bee's wings are so small. It's it's not supposed to support its big ass body. But I'm 13. I'm like, well, I'm gonna need a little more evidence than that, Call me a skeptic, But I feel like that's not it, Chrissy says, I gave up on going to black churches. It's a whole day event. Football or church, baby. Yeah, crypto is dumping hard right now. Yeah, it is dumping hard. Oh, B&B leading the way too. 4%. No ads is a godsend. Yeah, exactly. I've had YouTube, right, Bree? I've had YouTube Premium for years. Yeah, absolutely. Cryptoberg says, hello. When I use my phone, my Skyrouter box turns off and lose my internet connection. I have phone Sky. I have no clue what any of that is, Cryptoburger. Can anybody help Sky out or Cryptoburger out? Yeah. Black churches are the best. I'm just not a religious man. You ever speak in tongues? Let's hear it. Absolutely not. Dude, when I was a kid watching people like freak out and spaz out on the floor, I'm just like, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. You know? Shut up, Bernie. It's $15 now, Bree. What's up, Bree? You popped in a little late, right? I didn't see you sneak into class. Oh my god, that's wild. And came out at a pessimist. No Holy Spirit talking. No, guys, I have a weird brain. I see things and I'm like, I don't believe it. You know, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense. If you understand like actual history, the Bible, stuff in the Bible, I take it as literal word. I don't take it as some weird pie in the sky, like weird message that's not supposed to mean what it means. And it says some things in the Bible, and I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense. Nothing has changed. There has been no holy being that has popped out of the sky and rewritten the Bible. Us as humans have morphed the Bible to fit today's society. Like a lot of things now are okay that wouldn't be okay 20 years ago. Like you'd be going to hell for that. Doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make, to each their own. It just doesn't make any sense to me. 6 a.m. Bree, that's nuts. So, wow, 30 minutes ago. You ever see somebody collapse in church? All the time. Like they tap people on the head. I'm just like, that's stupid. No way. Did he knock her out? Yeah, ultra, exactly, right? Black churches made Elvis. That is true. That is true. This is when I was a kid in Bible study, I was like, this imagine being a kid watching VeggieTales and be like, this is stupid. I need to get out of here. I need to watch some Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Russ Armand was mentioned in the Bible. Exactly, Big A. That's a rational brain. I'm a little rational, you know? I'm a little rational. I'm kind of a rational guy. You know? Seeing something. Shout out to George Carlin. Kind of believe it. Maybe I'm jaded. I don't know. Okay, Samuel. Samuel tried to get me. Samuel, you got to try a little harder than that. Let's see what you're trying to get me to say huge anus. Samuel says, hey, Rodney, thanks to you, my friend Hugh Janis stepped away from shit tokens. Nice try, buddy. Steve says, if people took the Bible word for word, then nobody would be going to church. You go to hell for worshiping a specific God outside yourself, the image. Exactly, yeah. Right? You guys ever see a Long Beach Griffey? Oh, Long Beach Griffey hell. This shit's so funny. Because when you get to hell and realize it's not bad.
Yo, chill, relax, bro. Where am I? Am I in heaven? Heaven? Nigga, please, you ain't even get close. As soon as you died, your soul didn't even go up. It came straight down here, first class. The fire, the eternal darkness, the sodomy. Yeah. Nah, bro. They've been telling niggas that for years. We just be down here chilling, bro. So it ain't no fire? Hell no, I hate the heat. AC stay blowing down here, nigga. Yeah, it do feel kind of good in here. What about the forever darkness? Bitch, you don't see this light on? Yeah, you right. What about the sodomy? Nigga, the only thing getting sodomized here are these bitches. And nigga, are there bitches? How many bitches? 100,000 bitches. I do love bitches. Hell got all the bitches. You can't fuck no bitches in heaven. The only thing you can do in heaven is pray and take walks and shit like that. Yeah, that is kind of boring. But yeah, man, we get to the end down here. But hey, man, I'm gonna let you get situated, man. I got some business to take care of, man. There's waters over there, man. It's a food court down in the lobby, bro. Just let me know if you need anything, man. Hey, what's your name, by the way? Anthony Griffin. Lucifer. Nice to meet you.
That's just funny. Yeah, I mean, he has some pretty not safe for work stuff. I think it's hilarious, but I thought that was a funny skit. Forever darkness. Don't you see the light? Will IAWN ever be topped? Fans calling. I don't think so. Austin got the most got I've ever seen everyone get got. This guy's so stupid. I think this is John Smith. John Smith, are you Mark done on MEXC did the on and off chain burns, which made the price pump? Are you talking about Terra Luna Classic? Guys, how many times do I have to point this out to you? Look it. When it comes to volume, MEXC only does 0.83% of the volume in Terra Luna. It doesn't matter what they do. I think it's John Smith. Everything is safe for work if you wear headphones. Exactly, yeah. That fool is going to hell. You think he's going to hell for that skit? You see the other skits this guy does. I love Long Beach Griffey. He's really, really funny. 11.9K followers. Guys, I'm about to bot my account. I'm just gonna buy 50,000 subscribers on Twitter. What? I mean, followers. Why not? Everybody else does it. I'm just gonna do it. Why not? You know? I've thought about it a lot. Why did Watch Guru delete this tweet? Huh? How do you guys feel about the SHIB Eternity game? People always roast people for having a lot of followers, but not a lot of interaction. You have to understand, guys, that a lot of people follow you for like one thing, and then if you talk about something other than what they want, they're not going to like your shit. You know? Roger says, what I remember from religious studies is that what it just seemed like everyone was reaching in their explanations. Exactly, right? It seems like everyone has their own little take on things. And I'm like, I like things like for the literal sense, not what you perceive it as. Because that's when shit gets, that's when shit gets weird. Because like, if like you perceive the perceptions of a bunch of other people, then like your perception is like way warped from like the original idea. You know what I mean? So like if the Bible says one thing and then someone perceives it away, and you perceive the other person's perception, it's like it's just a lot. It's just a lot. It's like it's like the big fish story. Like, like I caught a fish this big, and by the time we get to the 20th person, it's like I got a fish this big. It's just like it's nuts. It's nuts. What's up, Crypto Shop? What's up, baby? We're just degenning around right now, just kind of hanging out. We ain't doing nothing. Dude, I know. I bought some Avalanche today. SC DTLS says, honestly, SHIB game is straight dog shit. Gala has so much potential. Exactly. Yeah. I need to buy more Gala. Maybe I'll buy some Gala. I bought Avalanche today. I bought a couple of G's of Avalanche. Brad says, I just wish SHIB would shoot through the roof. Like, I don't even need 1 cent. Lol, half a cent multimillionaire, but I feel that's a pipe dream. I'm always late to the game. Well, you gotta look at market caps. Like, people are obsessed with, AVEX. I bought AVEX. Yeah, Avalanche is going to be good, man. I think it's going to be underrated. Once they get more good applications on there that are not Time Wonderland. Like SHIB's market cap it's $6 billion. It's so high already. I mean, it's not, it's not Ethereum or Bitcoin. And if it ever did, you'd make some serious money. But, no. Yes, I did Twitch radio. The problem with Fade is that people get caught up on finding answers, and if they don't have an answer, everything gets dismissed. 100%. Why are you buying Avalanche, man? You got some crystal ball over there telling you it's going to do something good? No, I'm just looking at Avalanche. Avalanche is a good project. Very quick, very fast, very unique, low market cap in my opinion. and way off of its all-time high of like 80 something dollars, right? Or $130. I mean, it's 16 bucks right now. It's going to move with the market. It's going to X with the market, in my opinion. All I need are good decentralized applications to be built on it. Like literally, Avalanche pumped the most when Time Wonderland, the big DAO, was on Avalanche. That's when it went crazy. And then there were some decentralized applications being built on it, but they were all like the staking protocol kind, right? The ones that were popular for a little bit, making insane APY, which we now turns out to be unsustainable during a bear market. Now, one loss that I haven't cut has been this one, which is stupid, but I haven't. Time Wonderland. I haven't cut this loss. I bought one of these at like $3,000. It is now $20. I don't want to talk about it. Okay. But I'm staking it right now. I'm still getting called, I think it's called Wrapped Memories, which I think these are what, $27,000. So I'm still getting pieces of this every single, I'm not sure when their, what it's called, epoch is. So I'm still getting pieces of it. So if this thing ever runs again, I'm going to be sitting pretty. So just give it time, bro. And the only reason why I haven't sold this is pure speculation. Pure speculation. Yeah. Yeah, Crypto Shop, it's now, yeah. Well, it's funny because although it's supposed to be worth $20 right now, since I've been getting those rewards, it's still about $600. So I still about $600 in it. So I'm thinking if the market starts to run and I'm still getting, wrapped memo every epoch or every time they distribute it. I'm not sure if it's based on the epoch. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm getting it distributed every so often. If it starts to run again, it might be worth a lot in the future. So I just kept one DAO. I cut all my losses with the other DAOs because I had like significant money in there. I would say like, significant money for me is a few $1,000s, right? Like like Olympus DAO and Jade Protocol. I cut my losses in there. Because, people say like to hodl till the wheels fall off. Guys, not for all projects. It's actually smarter to cut losses in shitcoin projects and just take the money you have and invest into something else. But I do want this one speculative play because it was the most popular, arguably. And I'm hoping that it'll pump again. Now, if you guys don't know the backstory on Time Wonderland and why it's important to do research on developers and why I think KYC is important for large cryptocurrency projects, this project, their chief financial officer was the co-founder of the Quadriga cryptocurrency exchange, where their actual founder mysteriously went missing in India and they couldn't account for $200 and something million worth of cryptocurrency. Also, the CFO was a part of a credit card scheme fraud before cryptocurrency in California and changed his name and moved back to Canada because he's a Canadian citizen. So this guy was a chief financial officer of it all. I made a video on it. That's why it's so important for KYC, because if I would have known this guy was involved in other scams, I would have never bought Time Wonderland. But he wasn't running the project. He was just a chief financial officer. The main dev for the project was Docs, just not everybody. So why the big dump on MetaMonkey AI? Because people pre-seller sold and made some money. Well, the thing is, like, I'm still in on the pre-sale for MetaMonkey AI. And I'm still up a little bit. Crypto Talk, you know about that? She said, "Are you talking about Sifu?" That's exactly what I'm talking about. Crypto Talk Sifu. You remember when he got exposed on Twitter? How like a big of a deal that was? I'm surprised you know that. No one knows that. Crypto Shop says, "You still in them DAOs?" No, just one. Time Wonderland, not Jade or not Olympus DAO. Those are the big ones. Jade Protocol, Olympus DAO, and there was a million DAOs, right? But if you just type DAO, Game DAO, Curve DAO, Lido DAO, and of course, I think there's a bunch of other DAOs, right? But those were like the big ones. What's up, hung like a tortoise says, "Why am I the only one naked? What if I'm not wearing any pants? You guys don't know if I'm not wearing any pants." Yeah, exactly. When Lambo, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't make. Okay, so for example, if you put $10K into a project and it's now worth $100, maybe it's not worth it to cut your losses, especially on the Ethereum blockchain, where it's probably going to cost you a few bucks, to swap for something else and to transfer something else, which, gas, Gwei's cheap right now, so you have to worry about that. But say, for example, if you invested 10K into a project and it's down to 2K and it's a shit coin, if it's like cute butt dog Inu, no docs developers offering staking, the team has been selling, probably good to cut your losses on that, right? Like it's still $2,000, right? It's still $2,000. Like I don't feel I don't mind hodling these top projects, the XRPs of the world, even though a lot of what happens then depends on the SEC. The BNBs, even though they just suffered a major hack. Ethereum, Solana, Cardano. I don't mind holding these guys until the wheels fall off if they ever go under, but through the tough times. But, other ones, sometimes it's better just to take some money, right? Parrot DAO. I remember Parrot DAO. Remember that, Bernie? Crypto Talk says, I saw it on Twitter and how he's a huge scammer, Crypto Talk. He changed his identity, right? I think so too, Hitoshi. I think it'll moon too. If MetaMonkey AI launched during a decent market, we would all have made a lot of money. And I think we still will. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, he was a huge scammer. I think his name's Zaxby. I think it's called Zaxby. Is it Zag? Follow him. Is it Zaxby? I forgot. He's like a crypto detective. He's the one who exposed him. Like XB. Here it is. Yeah, it's my bad. Zach XBT. This guy has been exposing oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Lark got out $2 million before the Celsius crash. Why are you advocating to move our crypto to Celsius? We don't own the keys to the wallet. I like it. Others do too. Oh, man. In case you missed the Crypto Lark thread, an investigation on how crypto influencer Crypto Lark promotes low cap products to his audience and then dumps shortly after. Let's dive in. Oh, oh my God. Before I go over 8 different examples, let me share how I found Lark's wallet. Oh my God. This is actually pretty big. Hold on. This is actually pretty big. From ways listed on donation address, link to a video on the same from Lark. Blah, 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 blah. Example, February 9th, 4 p.m. Lark receives 62 million launch. So Lark's, I mean, this is nothing new, right? This is why you don't accept team tokens for this is why you don't accept tokens for projects as payment, because as an influencer, you're gonna dump them, right? You're gonna dump them. Oh shit. Oh my God. These are a bunch of different products he dumped. Yeah, this is why you always want to accept USDC or ETH or something like that, right? When you do promotion for projects. That's best practice, but, it's the exception, not the rule. All right? Excuse me. It should be the rule, but there are exceptions for it. Like people accept them team tokens. Like a lot of products don't have money, so they want to give you tokens, right? They want to give you tokens to pay you because they don't have the money. But it's like, as an influencer, what do you want me to hodl till the wheels fall off? Like, no, I'm going to sell. I thought everyone was in it long term. Yeah, he is likable. He is likable. Damn. He claims it's nowhere near enough to affect the price, but he is dumping 6 figures of tokens on a microcap, aggressively shilling. Oh, he's addressing it. He's addressing it. Oh, shit. He says he purchased them the same way you would too, but he got huge allocations of these products and scammy vesting and will require the price with limited applications. Nowhere in my post. He talks about all the coins here and is funny since is always hyped the coin up before the, oh my God. So this is nothing new. It's just on a larger scale because Lark's pretty popular. I do like Lark too. He's one of my go-to guys for crypto news. I would say he's like in the top 10. My first 3 are Coin Bureau. I like Cryptos R Us, Altcoin Daily. He's up there too. Journey Crypto used to be, but he just stopped making videos. I don't know what happened to that guy. Alex Becker's nice too, but he just posts like once every year. Damn. Of course, Classic Crypto takes the time to shill Luna Classic. Classics, get out of here, dude. This is why I barely take any promotional posts. Luna Classic is what I cover. It's okay to promote a project. You just don't take tokens from a project and then dump on your community. You know, there's a way to make money and be transparent, right? There's a way. You don't have to take team tokens, right? Luna Classic is what I covered because I truly believe in building something off its chain. Shame on those who take advantage of their audience. It's like, Classy, stop virtue signaling. What are we, 10? Richard Hart's. Oh, this is going to be bad. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This should be a good video topic to cover here. All right, guys. I'm going to get out of here. Longer show today. Appreciate you guys for joining me. I might make a video on this. Should be a good one. Y'all have a good one. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a fantastic Friday. Have some fun. I may or may not be streaming tonight. I'll let you guys know a little bit later. It's Friday night. I think I want to maybe chill out a little bit. So thank you so much for joining me today. Have a fantastic day. Hit that like button on the way out, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.